Booyah! Back at you, Motivation Motives, where we speak to interesting Black people who overcome adversity and root to prosperity. What's going on with you, Miss Portia Mistake? What's going on?
Chilling. You know how it is. I'm good.
Maintaining over there
Maintaining.
in that warm tropical weather of Nigeria.
It's not warm. It's hot.
It's
hot.
It's 20 degrees where I'm at, man. You understand?
103 today.
Yo, that's like an 80-degree disparity. How? All right, my fault. 70. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's a 73-degree disparity. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm assuming that my lovely wife would choose being in 103 hot weather than 20. I'm gonna assume that. Okay? My wife's this is what my wife's plan is. It's not a dream. It's her plan. Mm-hmm. Her plan is that one day. And I don't think this has anything to do with me, which I'm really offended, that she's going to move to a warm region like that on a beach, beach house, chilling for the rest of her life and live.
But
this is what she's going to do. And I don't think it has nothing to do. She might leave me, okay?
Oh, you better make it happen.
She might say, yo, I'm gonna take the bread that we have accumulated because I get 50% of that. Remember, gentlemen, this is a relationship episode segment. I want you to understand this. When you marry that woman that you say you love, remember, every dollar you make, she gets 50 cents. Okay? Remember that. Don't get angry when you in the courts and you say she don't get no, she do. Once you said I do, you know what I'm saying?
Half.
So does your pockets. Half. Okay? Half. So you want to know something before we get into the topic at hand? Really, really consider who you are marrying. I mean, for real. You never know what you're getting into until you get into it. But you can't be mad. You done worked your whole life and you have built this fortune and this legacy for your children. And you're like, damn, I've really done good for myself. And you got this angry, evil person laying next to you that you have to give half to. Think about it. You know how angry you're going to be? You know how insulted you're going to be? You know how much you're going to actually consider murder?
Oh, snap.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know how much you're going to consider? Damn, if I kill her, she won't get that money. I'll be in jail, but at least she won't get the money.
Well, what you gonna do with it? You in jail.
Yo, I mean, that's just, that's food for thought. Okay. You know what I mean? But yo, the topic at hand is Valentine's Day.
Look at that red. Look at you.
The Valentine's, the notion of Valentine's Day. I'm not going to get into the history because I don't care what it means, the historical background of Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? But how are you and your husband, Miss Portia Mystique, spending Valentine's Day?
My boo's taking me out. We are going to go he's taking me to my favorite restaurant here in Nugu. And it's going to be dope. We might double date with a friend, but we might not. Just because we might not.
I get it. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong. You know what? I'm going to tell you why there's nothing wrong with that. Because you and James are newlyweds. You guys are obviously in love. I've seen you guys together on camera. You guys make a beautiful couple. And it's nothing wrong with spending Valentine's Day. You're welcome. With the one you love. Okay? However, gentlemen, when you are spending it with one that you are trying to get to know and trying to love, and you're trying to get a piece of her soul sexually.
Okay.
If that's who you're spending your Valentine's Day with, and you are going into your check that you done slave in Master's Plantation over for that 40 hours, you're a fool. Okay? I'll tell you why. Okay. The hypocrisy of Valentine's Day, okay? It's kind of related to the same hypocrisy and notion of Christmas. If you haven't seen the podcast, scroll back, to the hypocrisy of Christmas. All right. It was like maybe 20 segments ago, whatever the case may be. Think about it, man. Think about it. It's kind of related to marrying someone and now you have to split half of the fortune, and 5, 10 years go down the line and you found out, damn, this person is a very evil, narcissistic, an apathetic person.
Gia, what's going on? It's your boy Quan John here reading Motivational Motives. It's a bona fide manuscript. It's a book of real life parables, quintessential quotes, and reasons to reflect. It can be purchased in Amazon, Target, Walmart, Barnes & Nobles, and over 40,000 international mom and pop shops. So get your copy, 100.
That I actually have to give half of my fortune to. Think about the rationale of that. Think about the rationale of having Portia. You think about the rationale. You're a hard working businesswoman, all right? I mean, let's put James to the side because James is a very good man. You know what I mean? You got the money you make from what you do, from your services. You know what I'm saying? I know it has to be somebody in this world, not a family member.
Okay.
You know what? It can be a family member. Let's say whoever it is that you really don't like.
Okay.
All right. Do you have that person? Are you envisioning that person in your head? Envision them.
Yeah.
Right. You don't like them. Like this is a person that you care less for. You don't care if you see them another day in your life.
Okay. But
okay, it's borderline despise. Okay.
Got it.
You get up today, you check your bank account. Woo, look, damn, I did pretty well last month. And that person give you a call, send you a text. Hey, Portia, how you doing? You're probably not going to answer it, but you're going to at least read the text and they say, hey, that 10, 15, 20,000 that you made in January, this is my Cash App and send me 9 of it. How would you look at that text? This is the person you despise now. No. We're going to put this in proper context. How would you look at that text from that person that you despise and say, I have to give 10,000 of my 20,000 I made in January to them legally?
You have to bleep this out, but I'm be like, please, I ain't handing you nothing. How are you entitled to what I earned and you didn't put anything in it?
My sentiments exactly. So, fellas and women, there's a lot, like I said, we living in the year 2021 in the 21st century. A lot of women are the breadwinners. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. However, your man need to step his game up a little bit. You understand? I am not saying a woman shouldn't be the breadwinner, because I'm a firm believer in that shit. Yo, and my wife is getting that bread and she caking off. It's coming home to the family. I'm a good dude, so we gonna spend it, effectively. I mean, but if you are with a dude that's laying up playing video games all day and you bringing that cash home, you need to reevaluate your priorities and your relationship. You know what I'm saying? But getting back to that situation, like I said, you wouldn't take too kindly into giving away $9, $10, $15,000 of your money to a person you despise. Let's just say that person happens to be your husband or your wife.
Then you made some serious mistakes, Joe.
And you know what? One might say, I know we're getting a viewer right now that's playing devil's advocate. They taking our, our role. No, they say, what do you mean? That's my husband or my wife, da, 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 da. Yes, it's possible for you to hate your husband or your wife.
Yeah, well, I mean,
yes, it's possible.
I do believe that hate comes from love. The only way to really hate somebody is if you really love them in the first place.
That's right. That's right. You know why? You've gotten to know them to the point where you totally despise them.
Yeah.
You hate them. And it's not, you don't hate them personally like you want to see them die. No. You hate their character. You hate their traits. You hate their attributes. It's not comparable with yours. But that means nothing in the court of law.
Yeah. Divorce is still
You
divorce.
have to give you have to give half that money. So let's bring it back to the topic at hand. You meet that young lady, she kind of cool. Month go by, 2 months go by, 3 months go by. It's February 14th, and you wanna make a good impression on this lady. Why, men? You want to make a good impression on her? I'm gonna be quite frank with you, man. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say, yeah. Most of us are scumbags. Let's say it.
Mm.
Most of us are scumbags. Like for real. I'm not gonna say we don't have scumbag women, but
Yeah.
our scumbaggish, if that's a word, our scumbaggish antics is just more vivid. Some baggity, our scumbiggity, you know what I mean? Is more vivid.
Yeah.
It's more vivid. It's more out in the open. It's gonna be more glorified in the court of law. Let's just say that honestly.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
and now it's February 14th, and you got your check. You know what I'm saying? You got your check.
Mhm.
You didn't came home with that. Let's say you came home with that $800, and you like, I never made $800. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna take it to Red Lobster. I'm
Oh,
gonna buy them
snap.
flowers. I'm gonna buy that candy. I'm gonna put gas in my car. I might even buy me some new cologne. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get me a fresh haircut, all that. You have probably just dropped. And like I said, my wife, I'm not gonna say I'm cheap. You know what I'm saying? But I'm logical. You know what I'm saying? I think about money is like, yo, if this money, if you're not gonna be thinking about this item or utilizing this item next year, it's really useless for me to be even spending this on you. You understand? That's how I think now. That's just my opinion now. We'll talk about that. I'm sorry. So you're probably that's just my opinion. So we got the Red Lobster, you and her, and you know what? She might be indulging in alcohol. She might be, you know what I mean? She might have 1, 2, maybe 3 drinks because she not driving, you driving, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? She might want to get the shrimps, you know what I'm saying, and all of that, and the steaks and all of that. So this meal is probably gonna come up to probably like 200, right? Ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you know you looking at her. Go ahead.
If you eat at Red Lobster, a good plate is $50.
Good plate. That's
plate.
before the drinks too.
No, I mean, well, everything, like 50 per person. Because, like, I think the
where at in America?
Yes, I'm talking about like Red Lobster in California. A good plate is like $30, and if you throw in a drink and appetizers,
50.
50.
All right. So you said, all right,
so 100.
You said about 100.
Yeah.
100. But hold up, you gratuity taxes.
Okay,
all right, forget me.
Okay.
120, 130.
120,
All right, let's just say 125. Round number 125. And then you got the flowers that you sent to her job. Those flowers on a regular day, ladies and gentlemen, probably cost about $15, $20. They went up to 40 today. They doubled up on your ignorance because they know you're trying to get some buns and you're trying to make a good impression on this woman that you hardly even know.
But there's no Valentine's Day sales on roses.
I've never seen it. When I was ignorant, flowers go up double on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
They go up double. All right. Okay. Then you got the candy. You want to get it a big candy box. You know the real big one?
Yeah.
You know the real big one that's asking for you to become a diabetic? It's asking for you to become a diabetic. All that sugar in that candy is asking for you to have a oral surgical procedure done the next week. It's asking for it. You know what I mean? That you want to get it a big box. That big box is about $20, $25. Okay, so we got 125, we got 40, we got 25, 65. That's 180 you done spent already. Okay, cool. You got the gas up the vehicle because you got the drive. You got the drive to Red Lobster, all right? You might say, let me fill up the tank, you know what I mean? Because we might want to take a drive before or after that. You fill up the tank, another $40, $45. You done spent $215 already. Cool, you know what I mean? You want to throw a little cologne on now. You know what I mean? You want to smell good for your new lady that you don't even know. All right? You know, you want to get the good cologne. All right, let me you drop $75 on some good cologne. I'm not a cologne guy. Why? I'm not a cologne guy. You want to know why I'm not a cologne guy, Portia? For one, there's a few reasons. One, I wash my ass every day. Okay. Don't get me wrong. Since I've been home remotely, I done missed a few days, but it's okay. I'm around my wife. But I wash my derriere every day, so I don't. And two, I don't. If I'm coming around, I don't need to. In my opinion, I'm getting the cologne, so a young lady, not a man, can say to me, that smells good.
Okay.
Right? And I can, for real, I want to increase my attractiveness.
Okay.
That is the only reason why I am getting cologne. Quan John doesn't have to increase his attractiveness anymore.
Hey.
I didn't have to do that 15, 20 years ago. You understand? I didn't have to increase my attractiveness. You know what I'm saying? I am a firm believer that your character as well as your intellect increases your attractiveness. And you want to know something? These things are free. You don't have to pay for these things. I don't have to go to the store and say, "Hey, can I buy more intellect? Hey, can I buy more character?" I don't have to do these things, okay?
Right. Yes.
And if this woman is really for me, she would appreciate my intellect and my character much more than she would that $75 cologne. But get back to the subject. Two, you done spent about $300 right now. You have the $300, man. Your check was only $800. Remember that. You only had an $800 check.
Bye-bye.
You know what I'm saying? And that, we didn't even, your bills, you ain't paying your bills that month.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
You done spend 300 bills. All right. Did I miss anything that is a necessity for an ignorant guy that's trying to impress this woman? Did I miss anything?
If he has
a haircut,
he need shape up.
Need a haircut. That's like $20 now. $320. There you go. You know what I mean? Yo, if you are extra ignorant, if you are extra naive, no, you gonna get some in the closet. You can get some in the closet. You know what I mean? Well, we gonna give him that he not even gonna go that far. He go that far, he just needs psychiatric help. Okay.
Okay.
You are going to probably try to buy her some jewelry.
And we've
spoken. I've seen it.
For a new girl?
You remember, you're trying to impress this new woman. That is she's when I say you're not gonna get her nothing expensive, but you want to make her think you got it like that. And thus, that's the only reason why you are doing these things for her. You want to present a fictitious image to this woman. But what you are really doing, you're making her believe this is how it's going to be if you be with me.
But it's not. See,
but let's continue. But what you are really doing is you are digging the grave.
You are. See, that's what,
you know what I mean? Go ahead.
That's what gets on my nerves, though, because I feel like guys, even women, sometimes we do it backwards. It's like we put all of this effort and stuff in the beginning that when you lock it down, you put the ring on, you start to go back, you reverse, and you stop doing all that stuff. And that's why relationships fall apart. If you put little effort in the beginning, you still were able to lock it down. And then, later in years, you're like, wow, I'm really in love with this woman. Then you start wanting to do good things for her because you're in love with her, not because you're trying to impress her.
Right. Good point. And you said something that you right, Portia. And like I said, once again, we have scholars on this channel, and Miss Portia Mistakes, she ceases to amaze me. You said a very good point. They do it backwards. Yeah. And you want to know what else men do backwards in regards to that same situation? Men like to talk a lot. Men like to talk about things they really sometimes don't know nothing about. Women don't do that too much. Women don't talk about what they don't know about. Women talk about what they know. Right. Men, they like to talk about, let's say before you actually have relations with the woman, they like to talk about what they gonna do.
Okay.
What they gonna do in that bedroom. They like to talk about what they gonna do and how she gonna feel. You understand? They do it backwards. You know what men use? I'm gonna tell you what men usually do. They say, I'm gonna do all this and that and the third for an hour. And then they give her 2 minutes of nothing. When in fact, this is what you should do, men. Please listen. Tell her, yo, you know what? I'm probably gonna give you like 5 minutes tops, man. You know what I mean? And if she's still willing to lay with you, then you give her that hour.
Mm-hmm.
If you got it in, if your back got it in you. I don't got it in me. I'm not doing. I'm so, you know, just to keep it delicately, to, you know, let her know, like, you know what, I'm a 5-minute dude.
Yeah.
Honestly. So if she's still willing to take that risk, and you know, she might not want to be laid up for no hour anyway. She got other stuff to be doing.
Laid up.
You understand?
Yeah.
To be laid up with you for an hour, and then you give her that good 20, 25 minutes. And she gonna say, woo, wasn't expecting that one. Right? Instead of doing the, I'm gonna give you the hour and only give her 5. You understand?
Right.
For real.
I mean,
So,
I did.
Go ahead.
One time I read this survey that they surveyed women and men on relationships, and a majority of women said that they would rather the guy at the beginning of the relationship be brutally honest than to impress her with whatever, whether it's you know, material things or like you said, bigging themselves
Might as well.
Yeah, because it's like she's gonna find out.
What you're doing with that brutal honesty, you're actually, like I said, you let her know. When you're doing a number of things, you're letting her know, first and foremost, 1, Ma, this is who I am. 2, I don't need you. I like you. Hold up, I like you. You are a good person, and you look like you'll be fun to be around, but I don't need you. Too many men and women make this opposite sex believe, hey, if you're not with me, I'm going to go to the top of the roof and I'm going to jump off. Shut up. Stop it. In actuality, you do not need this person. So your presentation is going to depict, hey, I like you, but don't cross those boundaries because I will walk away from you forever and never talk to you again.
Right.
Men more so have to be like that. Women, y'all do that anyway. You know what I'm saying?
We do.
Y'all do that. Anyway. Yeah. I'm saying a real confident woman, like, yo, they don't waste their time on this, that, and the third dude, unless you're just a promiscuous individual. You know what I mean? Like that. But a regular bona fide woman, you, my wife, y'all not just, I'm just gonna talk to 5. No. Talk to 5 guys. No. Yeah. I'm gonna waste. If I'm gonna waste my time, it's gonna be on the one that I really think might be the one.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm wasting my time on, right?
Yes.
Now, men, I'm sorry, we're nincompoops. That's another word. That's another old parochial school word, nincompoop.
We know that
what we do is,
we know that one.
Yeah. What we do, we go out here and waste our time on 5 women.
Oh.
We waste our time on 5 women.
Yeah.
And we are lying to every last one of them. We are wasting our lives, actually. Yeah, because your time, that's your life. Your time is your life, right?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Your time is your life. So we go out here and say, all right, I'm going to mess with 5. You are wasting your time. So like Portia said, but being brutally honest is showing that, 1, you're confident, first and foremost. Showing confidence. 2 is showing your independence. Like, yo, you know what I mean? And 3 is showing, yo, I'm bringing this to the table. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna either do 1 or 2 things to the woman. 1 or 2 things. 1 is gonna encourage her to be as brutally honest, or she's gonna clam up and be more superficial and more fugazi and more fraudulent, which is going to tell you and show you that you don't want to be with her.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win by you being brutally honest with her. Okay? So the Valentines, so I would say, now don't get me wrong. When I first met my wife, I did the Valentine's Day thing. Actually, tomorrow is me and my wife's 16-year anniversary. You know what I mean? For real, thank you. I appreciate that. We've been through a lot of trials, tribulations, train wrecks even. Woo! Hallelujah. Hallelujah. There is a God. If she's still with me, there is a God. Gotta be. I'm not saying for real. She's still with me. Yo, God gotta exist. But yo, I in the back in the day, the first 1, 2, I don't know. I might have after 3. I'm like, yo, baby, we gotta stop this. This is crazy. This is stupid.
3.
3.
Ah,
Like I could told my wife. I told her, I said, I'm going. Okay. I use Red Lobster. So we live in New York. I live in the Bronx. This day, I mean, at this point in time, our money was funny. We was young. I think I might have still been in school or something. And she might have been graduating beauty school or something. We ain't had no paper like that. We had a little bit. You know what I mean? So it wasn't no car involved. So anywhere we had to go, we had to take cabs or a train.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we took our happy. We want to go in Manhattan. It's cold as day. It's as cold as it is today, 20 degrees. We get on the train. We think we in love. Hey, right? All that crazy, all that nonsense.
Okay.
You understand? It's nonsense, but it's cool. It's all right. You doing all yo. I will get to that one in a minute. So we get down there to the Red Lobster, and us being naive, we think in our head that we're the only ones that are celebrating Valentine's Day.
Oh, why?
We think that we are the only. We get there, and it's a 2.5 hour wait.
Oh, no, you know what? That just reminds me. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, you did. Y'all made your appointment. Make your appointment.
No, we didn't.
Make your appointment.
Call and be like, look, book that room. Okay, because they have
book
rooms.
that. That's cool. That's cool. Book that room. We waited out there like nincompoops for 2.5 hours. We weren't inside the establishment. We were outside. It was packed in there. And they give you this little buzzer that you have to keep on you. And when you're ready, they buzz your ass like you're a slave. because you are.
Oh.
You are an indentured servant. Hey, I'm ready for you. Nah. I'm ready for you. Now, come here and spend your money on this food that you could have cooked in your own home. You dummy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come in my establishment and sit down and cook this food and I'm going to give you this $12, $15 drink, right? And this same drink you could have got a bottle for $20 or $10. You could have got the whole bottle instead of one gulp. Come in here and get this. You understand? And now you gotta pay the server that's being really disrespectful 15% gratuity.
No, you don't.
Sometimes nowadays the gratuity is included.
Oh.
You understand? So it doesn't matter. I can remember one day, I don't know if this might have been a Valentine's Day. I think it was because I might have had a flower or something on the table or a birthday. Me and my wife went out, and the waitress was a little bit too friendly with me. Let's say that. And wifey ain't like that. She wasn't even. No, man. I mean, don't get me. The waitress had good taste. God, I mean, come on.
Shut up, yo.
Like I told my wife, the waitress. We have to understand this. She's complimenting your taste.
Oh my gosh, that's really pushing it.
I say that to say, this is probably someone you wouldn't want to tip, ladies. If she's over friendly with your ultra sexy man. This is probably somebody you don't want to tip.
Yeah.
Why am I in a position that now I have to pay this person gratuity? You want to know why? Because I felt the need to utilize the fictitious day, and that word fictitious rings a bell in my head, to show and express my love for my mate. My daughter is 8 years old. She'll be 9 in 2 months. She said yesterday, because my 3-year-old was sitting up there watching Peppa Pig, okay? My TV stays on cartoons for 90% of the time.
Right.
Okay? Straight me down. It's crazy. I know every episode. But anyway, she's watching, and they had the Valentine's Day special on there. And my 8-year-old, she's on her laptop doing what she do. She's really mature and really bright for her age. She doesn't even know that. It's crazy. She's typing, and she looks up just like this and say, that's a fake holiday. And keep typing. And I said, yes.
Yeah.
And I said, yes.
Hey,
And I said, I and my wife we're doing something right. She
bad.
knows this at 8 years. That is something that you shouldn't be wasting your time on. You understand? And even, let's say my daughter's there, you know what I mean? My daughters are always going to have their own, so they're not going to need a man to really do nothing for them. I'm paving the way for that. Okay?
Right.
So when they get to that point where dudes are giving them stuff for Valentine's Day, one, they're going to have character. So they're probably going to say, hey, I'll take it, but you know you can give me this on January 9th also, right? You know you can give me this. You know you can give me this on September 1st also, right? You don't have to wait until February 14th to give me this. And I want them to have that type of conversation with this guy. Because for real, I'm going to keep it real. It kind of hurt and pains me. The guy only wants one thing anyway.
Right.
At the end of the day. He's not doing it out the kindness of his heart. Okay? Let's get that out of the way. That Valentine's Day, you are not giving this woman this candy, this flowers, and taking out the Red Lobster and possibly getting her jewelry because you really care about her.
Right.